Hello everyone, my name is Lance090 and welcome to Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. So this has been a series I've been wanting to record for a very long time, and I just haven't been having any luck recording it. There's been all sorts of different reasons, recording software not working, editing software not working, new updates coming out so the game isn't as important as it was before. Just wasn't performing well during the game, wasn't performing well during, as far as like audio recording goes, all sorts of different reasons. But I think I finally have everything I want and need to get this done. I have new recording software that keeps a nice balance of ease of use and good graphics. I have all the mods I need, so we should be good. So let's go to the vehicle sim building first. I'll try to go over all the mods. Can I move this? Yes. Okay, so you'll see these two things that I just moved. Current budget and chip value. This is from a mod that I added last, actually, because I found out about it last, but I think it gives me the direction I needed. One of the other reasons I didn't record is I couldn't decide what exactly I wanted to do with my game. Because there's a lot of things people have done already. I wanted to come up with something a little bit more creative than just launching spaceships up in the air with no intended purpose. So the last mod I installed was one that adds budgeting and adds missions and stuff to do. It's called like Mission Controller mod. So that'll give us a purpose and goals to strive for. Another mod, I guess you would call it, because I did, though it's more just editing game files. It was this is creative mode, not creative mode. This is career mode, but I gave myself enough science by editing the save file, so that way I could unlock all of the basics, basically. There's still a few things I haven't researched at the very end of the tech tree. But the reason I did that is base Kerbal Space Program starts you with just like this command pod. So basically you start with manned flight. And of course the first things that made it to space were space probes, not people. So to make that make sense, I've added all the probe parts and everything. And the reason I just didn't play in just pure creative mode or sandbox mode, they call it in this, is because I still want to go out there and get the research and stuff, because the research and everything is cool. So that brings me to another mod. Another mod I installed, which I can't really show here, is one that'll give us more entertaining science reports when we gather science. What else do we get? We have Ferram Areospace Research, FAR. That makes it so the aerodynamic properties of atmospheres work properly, basically. Probably not 100% accurately, but much more accurate than what they were before. Which will also make flying harder, and I think it actually makes rockets easier, which is kind of interesting. In order to be able to make full use of that mod, another thing I had to install was KW Rocketry. And KW Rocketry adds these fairings, which is basically these containers that you put your space probes in. In normal Kerbal Space Program, you just attach stuff to the top of your ship willy-nilly and just launch it into space. But with Ferram Areospace, we have to make sure our stuff is aerodynamic, so this will make our rockets have nose cones. This has to do with Interstellar mod. Interstellar adds all sorts of like advanced tech. I don't have too much of it unlocked yet because it's at the end of the game kind of thing. To be honest, I don't know if we'll use very much of it though. I didn't really want it for the of TAC. I wanted it for the science parts. I couldn't find an easy way to remove the science parts from the pack, so I just kept all of it. But another thing it adds is heat production. Your space probes and stuff will have heat, so there's these radiators you can put on. And I like the radiators because they make a good body for a large probe. And these are oxygen and food tanks and stuff. This comes with TAC Life Support. There it is, the last one on this. And that just makes it so our Kerbals have to have food and stuff to be able to live, which makes things more realistic. Kerbal Engineer will just make it so we can see how much Delta V our rockets have. What else do we got in here? I think the rest I'll have to find. Sensor modules. These are more of a small mod type thing. What these have is they just have the basic sensory stuff, the basic science packs like the gravioli detector and things like that. Inside of them, inside of this round frame like that. And the reason for that mod is, it's weird the ship value didn't change. Reason for that mod is, interesting, they actually have scaled costs. Anyway, I got sidetracked. These you have to strap onto the outside of the ship, and when you do that, it throws the mass off. The mass of the ship gets thrown off. Unless you do it symmetrically, but then you're just bringing extras along that you don't really need. So with this, we can attach it straight onto a probe body like this one. That's a big one. Like this, and they're the same size basically, and everything, so that won't throw the weight off any. And I did mod these myself a little bit more in order to add all these other science stuff that came from other science packs. I did do it fairly though. What I did was I only added the science stuff that can be reused frequently, like the gravioli detector and thermometer, things like that. You can keep reusing them as much as you want. And one thing I took out was the mystery science goo. This has mystery science goo in it defaultly, but I don't think that's fair because you can't reuse it. So I took that out, and I also didn't put in anything that you can't repeat use of, like the Science Junior. You'll see there's all these radar dishes and stuff on here too. These are from Remote Tech. Excuse me. Remote Tech makes it so you have to set up communication satellites and things like that. But I did mod it because basically with Remote Tech, what it doesn't keep in mind with how the base of the mod works is in real life we have pretty much complete ground coverage all around the world of tracking stations and stuff to send data to satellites. On this, you only get one ground station at Kerbal Space Center. So as soon as it leaves that sphere of influence, you can't control it anymore, which isn't accurate because NASA has dishes in Australia, so that pretty much accounts for all of the globe for coverage, and so I don't really like that mod, so I disabled that feature of the mod. But I do really love the radar dishes, so I kept those. And I had to do a lot of editing myself to make that work, so I'm kind of proud of that. Except I think there is one antenna that's missing. Yeah. There's one antenna that's missing. I can't figure out why, but it's not that important anyway. Let's see. Did I spot anything else? These look like these came from the money mod because I didn't see those before. I think there's a couple other like small independent science things that I grabbed. Is there anything in here that stands out as being separate from anything I've talked about? I think that might be all the mods. Yes. Sorry, my little brother came in. Too deep into it now to restart this episode. Oh well. Let's see. KW Rocketry is kind of our biggest... Oh, there it is. That is the antenna that I thought was missing. So for some reason it considers itself a propulsion thing instead of a radar. I think that's just a pretty quick fix, so I'll have to fix that off screen at some point. But yeah, I think we actually did cover everything. I felt like there was more mods than that even, but I don't see them. So let's get out of here, because I think we have to accept a mission first. So let's see. I haven't messed with this mod very much. So, select current mission screen. Package. There is a lot of stuff in here. So I think these are like completely independent things. It's not like one leads to the other. So if I have to pick, I think stock will be like everything. Yeah. Well, it's not. It's not really all of the launches. Sorry, I got interrupted again. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at current sphere of influence. Escape Earth's atmosphere, stable orbit. Communications hardware into space. Stable orbit, complete an EVA and safely land. Also ensure that the vessel is equipped with a command pod. These later missions. So this is more like this is like the Mercury Gemini and Apollo missions. What are these though? Okay, these are the Apollo missions down here. Okay. What other packages do we have here? Planet bases, planet orbitals. So we're really going to have to do like a mix of them in order to do things how I want to do them. Hope that won't break it at all. But we'll start with Sputnik. New government initiative has provided Kerbal scientists a chance to explore space. We have elected you as our lead engineer. Before we can do anything more complex, we'll need to collect some of the data on the Kerbal's upper atmosphere. Construct a rocket that is able to leave the atmosphere, collect readings, and return to the surface of Kerbal with the sensors intact so we can record their recorded data. So this isn't exactly like Sputnik, because Sputnik didn't come back other than when it burned up. This is what we are going to do. Does need to land, though. Okay, should we keep that up? Hide it like that, I guess. Okay. So let's build our Sputnik, but I'm going to make it look a little bit different just for my own entertainment. We did need a parachute because it needs to come back. Now we are on a budget, so more. Where did the... So our toolbar stuff disappeared. Okay. So it's a $2,600 spacecraft so far. Fortunately, the more I customize the look of it, the more it's going to cost. Should probably check to see which ones of these are cheapest. The costs seem kind of random, actually. That's pretty cheap. That's also pretty cheap. This one's cheap enough. I think it's actually cheaper than the Sputnik one, so we'll use it. I wanted to use it anyway. We need the Communitron 16, though. It's 97. Oops, we don't have angle snap on. How much are we going to get for this? 50,000? As long as it's under 50,000, it won't matter too much. These batteries are pretty cheap. How much are these solar panels? 200? That's not too bad. Not quite playing as minimalist as I could be here. Need propulsion to get back. There's a small fuel tank. Normally I'd pick this one, but this one is significantly cheaper. This is way less efficient, but I'll have to settle somewhere. Oh, I hope KW stuff isn't too expensive. It's kind of expensive. Hope our mods don't break the cost of all this stuff. Okay, what's it gonna take to get this into space? Not too much, as long as Ferram Areospace is working. Vesta will be enough. I would like to use this decoupler, but how cheap is the stock? 247. Okay, they're the same. Oh wait, I don't need that. But what just happened? For some reason the game minimized. I guess something popped up. My refrigerator sounds really loud too right now. I'm not sure why. Okay, we need... No, not those. Hope we're not getting charged by stuff we pick up. Okay. Limit them to half thrust. This rocket might be way over-designed, I'm not completely sure. Ferram Areospace kind of changes the game on how much fuel everything takes. I think that's everything, though. I don't know if we'll get optional objectives once we're in the air or not. That'd be nice if we did. Settings here. Nope. Okay, let's make sure this is doubled up. I think that's all we need, so... Should we call this Sputnik, or would that be too generic? Yeah, that'd be too generic. Let's call it the Terrace 1. Did get pretty pricey by the end, but let's launch it. Alright. Let's just hope we have enough fuel to get into space. All we have to do is get into space, actually. We don't have to achieve orbit, so this should be way more than enough to get into space. All that I'm concerned about is not being able to reach orbit, but fairly certain we should. I think everything fits on the screen. So open. Oh yeah, here's the other mods. Beautification mods that make the planet look way nicer. Look at all that. There's one that makes the atmosphere nicer. There's one that makes generally everything nicer. One adds really nice clouds. Another adds cities that look really nice. Another one changes all the other planets to look nice. Another one makes it so the planets are easier to see by naked eye. You can see Minmus over there pretty clearly. So yeah, I don't know why that popped up there. Go away. No. I don't want to see that. Oops, space. Gotta get that to go away. Too fast. We're already probably going to be in space pretty soon. Not quite, but actually need another one of these open. I need FAR. Okay, we made it into space. Yep, way more than enough fuel. We could probably get this into orbit. Will we get a bonus as we get into orbit? I don't see anything about a bonus. Can that go away, please? I think I have to click on the solar panel itself, and it's behind the casing, so. Oh yeah, one of them adds daytime cities as well. They're not actually there, they'll disappear if we land on them, but it's a nice touch. Okay, we're into space. I'm gonna put it into orbit anyway, or at least try to. Just to kind of see what our rocket was capable of. Too much stuff is just popping up everywhere. Normally I wouldn't do that manually, but I want to make sure our solar panels can get some power. Where is the sun? Oh, it's back there. Oh yeah. Go away, please. Okay, wait. Okay. How do I get that thing to go away? That's like the most annoying thing ever. I know I've done it before. Freaking thing. No control anywhere. Yuck, I'll just have to wait till the flight's over. It's freaking annoying. Uh-oh. I just realized I didn't put a heat shield on this. Does mean I'll have to deorbit this thing very, very carefully. Okay, now we gotta get over to the Apple apps. Oh, we're going way over time. Better hurry. To deorbit very slowly so that we don't burn up. Oh no, though, we might not make it at all. Come on. Oops. That was the opposite of slowing. This big engine is too heavy, I'm dumping it. Okay. Whoa, now it's too light. Eh. Come on now. Gotta get this to just under the top of the atmosphere. Okay. Probably overkill when it comes to coming in slowly, but it's our only choice. Not sure what the recycle window thing was about. Oh, was it the other stuff that we decoupled that landed? Or did we not come back soon enough to... When we get the periapse, we'll slow down some more manually. Oh, we're going so much over time. Oh, I probably should have done research while I was up in space. Oops. Got too focused with trying to get this thing back in one piece. Yeah, we should not be leaving the atmosphere at all. Save the last of the fuel for emergency slowing down. Can't believe I forgot a freaking heat shield. I can click on this to watch the temperature, except the other panel thing is in the way. Slowly but surely coming down. Oh, there's the Space Center. This is gonna take a while. Oh, we're going so far over time. I hate it. Hate it. Took too long to go over all the different mods I was using. If I put a heat shield on this thing, this wouldn't have been a problem, because I could have just, I could have deorbited it faster. It needs to come in slow. I already got rid of that other. What I didn't try pressing Alt and clicking on this. Oh great, I made it bigger. Come on. I don't know what I did to that thing to make it so angry at me. Starting to feel the atmosphere some more. As long as the probe body and parachute survive, we should be fine. Once I start seeing some re-entry effects, I'm gonna start using the engine to try to help slow us down. Come on. This is taking too long. Don't let me forget a heat shield next time. It does seem like we came in slow enough, though, that it's not catching fire. We should be... Normally we'd be experiencing... Oh, there's the heating effects. Yes, temperature's going down. Speed's going down. G-forces are normal. Parachute is deployed. We're good. Save the last of our fuel for landing in case we need it. I don't think so, though. This probe should be more than light enough to be stopped by just the parachute. speed up as well now. Heat shields? I don't need no stinking heat shields. Got to be careful though, because of the clouds. We're not going to know exactly when we're going to land. Wow, don't look at the clouds. It's really nice. Kind of spooky during the nighttime. Not sure how high above the ground we are right now. We have to be running at single time acceleration before we get to 500 meters above the ground. Oh, there's the 500 meter mark. Yeah, we're going more than slow enough now. I should have extended these in space just to make it look like a proper don't cut the parachute. Oh, you know what? We didn't put any science hardware on this, so. Boop. Flipped over. Finish and save the mission. Total mission payout 50,000. I'll be taking that. And okay, that's all the time we had for this episode, so I hope you all enjoyed and have a good day.